Hello Twin Flames, this is Victoria and I'm here with your daily energy check. Today I'm gonna do a quick Divine Masculine check-in, and actually the messages that I've been getting, or the question that I've been getting a channeled message to ask is about Divine Masculine's fears. What are they, how are they dealing with them, and what's the guidance? But before we go into that, I'm gonna start as usual with an oracle deck, and today is gonna be the Spirit Junkie Oracle from the Gabriel Bernstein. So let's see what's going on, and I'll pull a card for Divine Feminine first and for Divine Masculine, and then we'll carry on. So this is the deck with affirmations, something that will help us with the spiritual path, will guide us through the day, maybe even through the week, however it applies to you, however you feel it. It's too many, let's try again. And then we'll jump straight into tarot. And I'll also have my oracle messages, like this small deck with the oracle messages from Divine Masculine. So we'll pull a few of those as well. I appreciate having you guys here, whether you're new or you're coming back. Don't be shy, like the video, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel. I appreciate you all. Let's see. I don't know what happened there. Still considering changing my backdrop for September, but I haven't decided which one I want to go with next. So while I'm deciding, you still get to be in the enchanted forest with me. Okay. My greatest experience of freedom comes when I let go of what others think of me. Wow, this is huge. Divine Feminine, yeah. Somebody needed a reminder today that it's important to let go of those things. And someone includes your parents, your friends, your romantic partner, your children, right? It's so important to let go of that. And it's not like a lot of us are thinking that that's care, that that's, you know, building a relationship with that someone, that you really care what they think about you and your communication. And it is important, but to the extent where you are keeping your authentic self and you're keeping your boundaries, right? Because it's more of an information, right? It is to be considered, but it's not to limit yourself. And if you feel like you have to take steps that are limiting your own self, your own voice, in order to make someone else happy, then you get into that dangerous gray area where there is a lot of manipulation and even toxicity. That's the devil energy already. And it may sound rough, but it really is like that. As soon as you step into people-pleasing aspect or self-sabotaging just because you're thinking how this or that behavior will be accepted by other people, that's it. You're already there. You are shaking hands with that devil energy. Okay, I'm gonna leave it here. And what do we have for the masculines? Oh, that was fast. Every cell in my body is conscious and communicates with each positive thought I have. And for Divine Masculine, this is a reminder that your thoughts directly impact your physical well-being, your health, your fitness, everything, right? And literally there is like a biochemical reaction that connects, but also energetically, all of your cells are conscious, and they, you know, kind of suck in that energy from our mind and from the 5D aspect of our being to and they adjust accordingly, and it can be to the better or to the worse. Me, because I've been practicing biomechanics pretty actively the last couple of years, I can really attest that, I mean, it works both ways, right? In a similar way, you can choose a different approach and do physical exercises and, you know, do different kinds of manipulations to your body that will impact then your sense of freedom, your sense of self, right? How you see your identity in this world, who you are, all that stuff. But they are, whichever way you approach it, they're really, really connected to each other. All right, let's get into Divine Masculine fears. So at first we're gonna see what the fears are. What are the biggest fears, the immediate fears? There's the Devil card. She's talking about it. We'll pull a clarifier actually for this. I just decided that I need a clarifier deck. how nice when I have a table, you can see me shuffling. But yeah, before I go, I'll finish up with the questions. So these are the fears. The next question is how are divine masculines dealing with this fear? What are they thinking? What kind of action are they taking in the physical? Knight of Pentacles. Okay. And the third question is, what is this lesson meant for, right? This will be useful, especially if there are any divine masculines watching. This is to give you perspective of why is this important. If you are a divine feminine cross watcher and you are in communication with your masculine, maybe you know what I'm talking about here. You can see that manifest. You will get more insight into why is it in their way, and I mean indirectly in your way as well, right? If you're in frequent communication. Okay. Ooh, the Lovers. Lovely. That's like the ultimate, right? Like the Devil, Knight of Pentacles, the Lovers. Okay, so please clarify the Devil. All right. Please clarify the Knight of Pentacles. Please clarify the Lovers. All right. So for the fears, we have the Devil clarified by the Queen of Pentacles. So the biggest fear that the masculines currently have is about their household, their home life, and how I'm getting a message just like what the future holds for them, what their life is going to be like. So they're understanding the importance of it, first of all, because, you know, a lot of masculines are, that's like a known fact, are focusing on achieving something in 3D, on understanding who they are, getting a status, right? Getting abundance so that they can provide for their potential mate, for children, whatever, right? It's all in that external space. You won't see a lot for what they're doing for their home. I mean, some of them may consider home important, especially if it's an earth sign. But more from like, yeah, I want to have a nice home. And even that doesn't happen that often that they pay a lot of attention to it. It's almost like, let's just say it's not a priority. It doesn't mean that it's not important, but they can negotiate more there. They can give away, like give out more stuff. No, it's not the right word. Yeah, they can compromise on a lot more things in there than they can in terms of their status and who they are in public. So right now, divine masculines are being drawn to that home space, to the family space as well, right? Because home includes people who you live with, who you share that space with. And the importance, like what makes them happy, what brings them inner peace, how that directly impacts who they are in public, how successful they are, and what their future holds for them, right? Those arrangements, it can start from what kind of people actually surround me, who do I live with? Maybe some of them live with their friends or parents or someone else, right? Even if it's just a girlfriend or boyfriend, right? Gender doesn't matter. How do they have their privacy and their space, right? Or how are decisions made for the common questions or, you know, common areas, right? Is it just them having to go with whatever the other person says? Do they have an opinion? Does it matter, right? All of those things. And they're seeing the manipulation that they're currently experiencing, how much they've actually been compromising and not in their favor. It's like it was always to make someone else happy. And I was just talking about that people pleasing stuff. So that's directly connected to this. For what are they doing with it? We have Knight of Pentacles clarified by the Magician and Three of Wands. So they decide that they don't want to hurry with like settling down or buying that house if that's what they've been considering, getting married, or I don't know, getting a pet, whatever that big step would be for their home life. They are deciding to take it slow, or first of all, to gather more resources. It's almost like it's too important now they realize it's too important to make a quick decision here, right? So they're taking their time. As an explanation, like energetically, they start that process of intention setting and manifesting what they would really like that to be like. That picture of their happy home would be like. And that includes, like I said, includes everything. The place exactly, is it a house, is it an apartment, what's important in the design and arrangements, who lives with them, how they want to arrange things, even like dealing with chores or payments, or how they spend time together in that home, like what's important for their lifestyle within the home life. Those kind of ideas, they are starting to set those intentions. And last but not least, what does it actually mean? Why is it being given to them, this challenge right now? And yeah, the fact that they've got that fear actually is that they've faced some sort of triggering event. So something showed them, something was like off-putting in what they saw, or somebody described to them how they see their life going forward. Something like that was immediately like went against what they intuitively wanted to do. Maybe even if they didn't think about it, hadn't thought about it before. But now that somebody tried to paint that picture for them, they're like, no, I don't want that in my life. I was like, really? Is that what we're gonna do? Can we just pause there for a second? Right? So there was that challenge, right? In terms of like, they heard something they didn't like, right? And they started thinking about that. That fear started kind of rolling in their head and going through their energetic field. The clarifiers here are Six of Wands and the Hierophant. So guess what? The big surprise. This is for them to exercise bigger, deeper sense of love. Something that they can then, although it's a quiet home, is relatively personal space. It's a lot more personal than other areas of our life. But they understand the connection between that personal aspect with how they're seen and what their life is like in public, right? It's who they are themselves, and also with the Six of Wands, it's how successful they become. There is a direct connection. And ultimately, that's what's gonna bring them into more space of love. Less of like being in 3D and just thinking about material stuff or what is the trend currently, or people pleasing, but more about what is more loving, more kind energy for everyone involved, but that includes themselves in this case. Definitely, this is helping them open up their heart chakra and making more loving choices. Not just because they have to go with it, that's not loving choice. If you're making a certain decision just because your significant other or your child is asking you for it, that's not automatically a loving choice, right? Loving choice is having regards and having the interest of everyone involved, right? Making that most kind and loving choice. Okay, messages from Divine Masculines at this time. What's in their heart? What's in their mind? What do we need to know? My biggest win with this table is that the cards do not fall off. I'm so happy. Maybe one of these days I'll manage to get them off the table somehow. Okay, so we have, I fear you will reject the real me. So that's them, that's part of that fear where they see the shallowness that they've been exercising in certain questions. I promise I'm working on fixing this. So like I said, they're now like turning their head into that direction where they haven't been paying much attention, right? And that means the more things that they become aware of that they didn't think about before, the more inner work is gonna happen and the more progress they're gonna have. Fear is holding me back. Yeah, we're just talking about it, so obviously. And in this case, it's actually not even so much of like fear is these are like more of twin flame cards, like fear is holding me back from expressing my feelings and moving forward with you. This is even more about fear is holding me back from taking big steps in my life. So right now they don't feel like taking steps with anyone. That's what it means. And finally we have, I run out of fear that you will see the real me. Yep. Thank you. That's the confirmation for some people who didn't think that there was any fear for you. But yeah, that Lover's card actually says it all, right? That's the current state. But the lesson from this is that Lover's energy is that they're going to be more loving and they wouldn't have to run them. They would be a lot more transparent. But it starts, as you know, with loving themselves. And that's where they're starting with right now. Okay, I hope this has been good for you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in today, and I'll be back with more readings very, very soon. Bye.